Thompson just had the game of his career. Going against the defending champion Celtics, Thompson went out of his way to absolutely dominate, dropping 33 and 9. And again, right, this kid is a mega athlete. I think that's what's just so crazy about him is that he's able to do it on both ends at such a deadly level, right? Like, he just completely jumps over Peyton Pritchard. Like, there's just no if and. He just goes, nah, I'm good. I'll take this one. And just goes right back up. Like, there's nothing you're going to be able to do to stop this kid when he really wants to be able to put his head down and attack. And again, I love this sort of idea, right? They give it, go back up, and he does a great job of positioning, right? So as he's driving, to wait for both defenders to put their hand up and jump, to then get it over to that left hand for the tough lay. Again, Thompson, I think, has just been an absolute force. Like, this kid's going to be a star. Like, I don't know if it's a superstar, but this kid's going to be something special. Like, he's got the man on him. He just goes straight up with it, right? And again, the sheer difference in athleticism, right? It's just not the same. Like, just look at what this kid can do, man. Like, first of all, shout out to my man Steven Adams. This dude's out here setting screens. He's fighting. He's out here. He got Jason Tatum going a whole different direction. And then he's getting the tough lay, right? Like, what this kid has been able to do, Thompson, man. Like, I love this little pull-up, right? Again, it's good because he has a Giannis-ish struggle where the idea is, right, like, he can't really shoot, right? So you know he's going to try and go downhill, but I love this, right? So Cornette waits at the line. So at that point, just does a great job of just, you know what, I'm going to pull it. And I think if he continues to really develop that mid-range game, Giannis-ish, right? Like, I think he could really do something. And again, right, he's getting wide open threes. And a part of that is he's not very good from three. So take that all with a grain of salt. But he'll do stuff like this, which is just, you get Jason Tatum on you, you bury your shoulder into him, get him basically on the back foot, and then he just, like, there's nothing you can do about this. Like, unless Wemby's there, right? Like someone like a Wemby, Rudy Gobert, who basically just gonna be able to swat it. Like, that's just a disgusting finish. Like, there's nothing that you can do to really stop him, right? And he does a great job here. He sets the screen for Brown. Brown tries to fight over. He gets Cornette stuck on him again. Goes for the float game. I think if he continues to develop this float and mid-range game, this kid's gonna be, I think, give it about a year, he'll be by far the best player on the Rockets. I do stand on that. I do think his ability to get downhill, create rim pressure, his two-way ability to just lock up on the defensive end and then still help generate offense is nothing short of remarkable. This kid is something special, you guys. And we're going to continue to get right into that. And the second thing I want to talk about is this kid as a playmaker. Thompson is a very, very good playmaker, despite what a box score might tell you sometimes. So, speaking of the box score, Thompson this season is averaging 14, 8, and 3 on 56 from the field, 25 from 3, 70 from the line with 2.5 stocks or steals and blocks. And again, this kid's a two-way menace, like actual freaking menace. Like him and Tari Eason together, there was a stat for a while, like those two had some of the best like defensive ratings in NBA history when those two would end up being on the court together and just absolutely disrupting an offense. But I want to talk about him as a playmaker because if you look at his box score, right, like coming into the NBA, him and Asar, it was both like they could both, you know, they're pretty good passers / playmakers, incredible athletes, right? Like they can get to the rim and attack. Their biggest struggle was shooting. But when you look at the men's, you know, stat line and you see 3 assists, you're like, man, this doesn't really sound like anybody who like really is doing anything. But again, gets it out to him and loses the ball here, right? But Garland just, I don't know what he was doing, gets stuck over there, does a great job of reading, okay, just go right back out to Fred. And again, right, like he's a very talented, like this is a good pass, right? Because he forces, you might say, why is it so good? I believe, no, that's George Niang. He forces George Niang to basically run over to Fred VanVleet. But it's like, oh, that's a jump skip pass. Fred does a great job of selling it too, putting his hands up like, okay, I'm ready to catch and shoot. Instead, right, he gets Mobley on him. Waits, goes over, and again, I don't want to hear, but Imster, that's not really it. That's for everyone in the NBA, my homie. Everyone in the NBA is actually just like that. And this is crazy. Right, so he misses his shot. Does a great job of just right out to Tate. right? Like what he's able to do as an offensive facilitator, I think is important because, again, I don't know why they have a Cleveland clip for his 10 assists, but either way, right? Like I love, like he's got a high IQ. I don't care what anyone tells me. This kid is going to be a special player. Like Thompson is nothing short of remarkable. Like great job here, right? Grabs Strus, and I think this Ty Jerome just come immediately over, or Dean Wade, or Sam Merrill. Goodness gracious, my apologies. Just waits for Sam Merrill to come over. Strus is over. Şengün could just nice and easy float. Right? He's able to take control in a different way. Because again, I still think even when someone like Fred, right, I think Şengün is not necessarily always good enough to be your primary facilitator. And again, does a great job, sees the double come over, and now Jared Allen's there one-on-one. I think his patience, which is something I jokingly talk about a lot on this this channel, but I think it's very important. Again, the patience of everything is going to change how the game flows. And again, out to Jalen Green, nice and quick and easy. Now they're up 13, right? What this team's been able to do consistently has been nothing short of remarkable. And I love this too. So he navigates this little tight in-between window, right? Mobley commits over. George Niang goes over, and Mobley covers the middle. So basically the bounce pass is just wide open, and then Steven Adams is going to get the easy lay and one. What Amen Thompson is able to do as a secondary playmaker and facilitator, I think when we see him at his best, he's going to average 6 or 7 assists a game. I wouldn't be surprised if at his best he's averaging like 24, 25, 7, and 7. Maybe 8 and 7. This kid is going to be something elite. I really do believe that. It's not just because of this game against the Celtics. He has shown legitimate flashes of something special. And finally, we're going to talk about the defense. This kid's got absolute clamps. Defensively, what Amen Thompson's going to do here, right? Like, he's got Ja, right? That's your primary ball handler. He comes over to help because it's clear Bane is focused on just a shot. Amen just comes over, boop, thank you, and just starts flooding into transition, right? Again, the high IQ is that, like, this is disgusting. Like, the fact that you're able to get this off, like, look at this. He just meets him at the apex of the shot and just gets a piece. Like, there's nothing he can do. Nothing. And then he comes over. Ja tries to challenge him again. Pokes it. And then, again. Does a great job here, by the way, of getting that poke. Right? Now Ja has to stop his momentum. Goes up. And then, man, again, this is just sheer athleticism. Ja's going up. Boop. I'm good. Not taking that. Like, his ability to just consistently create pressure. And again, now we're in transition. A big is on him. Zach Edey is running in transition. And Amen just, nope. He immediately recognizes the gatherer. Does a great job of poking it out before he can even try and go up with it. So again, I think the help IQ from him is immaculate. Because at this point, you know Jalen Williams is going up. There's not really a whole lot of other choices. So he just goes, you know what? I'm making sure this ain't going in. And just swats it for himself, starts a transition play, kicks it out to Jalen Green, step back 3, bang. Right? This kid's going to be a big reason this team is going to be a contender at some point soon. I think Amen Thompson has showed he's got legitimate superstar to all-star, perennial all-star star potential. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you guys think Amen Thompson is already going to be that? Like, is this just a couple months away? Do you think he's a year or two off still? As always, guys, this was Emster No Soups. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Peace out.